Happy Friday. Here we are, nighttime talk. It's a nighttime. Let's talk, as we like to say here. I have been a little bit behind the ball here, and so I'm barely going to be able to send these links out to folks. I have, hopefully, Abby and Lauren Taylor joining if I can get my act together. It's a big if. Big if. Big if. Okay. Instagram. Where is she? Where is she? Okay. Yeah, so we, if we're lucky, we're gonna have Abby and Taylor come in, and let's see. Oh, we're live here at nighttime talk. See if anyone is out there. Anyone out there? Anyone out there? Okay, hold on. So, yeah, I was just reviewing some of the stuff that CrossFit.com kind of created for Lauren Taylor, and that's kind of how I found out about her. I don't remember her at the games themselves, and I just was like, "Holy crap, this is really cool!" Really love that video. Let's see, and I was like, "I'd love to have a talk, have a chat with her, have her on." So let's see if they can get on here. But yeah, head over to the YouTube, y'all. Head over and we'll have a little chat. Let's see. Let me try to get that going. Boom, boom, boom. I am such today. Okay, so the other issue that was happening today in my life was I did the 12 days of Christmas workout with my affiliate, my gym here, and it just was like just brutalized me. It's just one of those things. Like at the end of it, you're like walk out. You're like, okay, I'm not going to be feeling how I normally feel for the rest of the day here. And sure enough, I have not felt great. I've been trying to recover, trying to do my best to stay healthy as well. Yeah, as you might know, I'm just recovering from a little bit of a wrist issue. Not wrist, elbow issue. And so that was kind of, that was kind of taking a toll, and I've been kind of feeling it out, see how it goes. So, anyways. Okay, I'm going to end this Instagram live because I don't know what's up. I'm going to post the story, and now discard. Yeah, so I've been like kind of trying to do work, trying to take care of business here, but all aboard the struggle bus, essentially, basically here. So, okay, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, one of the cool things about some of these recent updates for iOS has been the ability to kind of copy and paste from one device to another. So I'll take the link from YouTube here, right, and then I'll paste it into on my phone, so I can it's like the same link. I don't have to kind of grab it from my phone. I can just grab it from the computer. if that makes sense. I'll try to explain that a little bit better. You click copy on your computer, and then you can paste on your phone. So you can click paste on your phone, and that is cool. This is badass. Because I don't have to kind of mess around with my phone. I can just okay, copy, paste, boom, done. Yeah. So, anyways, 12 Days of Christmas. I also did it wrong. I completely kind of messed up the kind of rep scheme for the first 5 rounds or something like that. So, which is so silly. I was like, I mean, it's hard to even explain to people. But I basically tried to do, um, like one. It was like I had in my head like the Christmas tree image. And so in the Christmas tree image, you kind of like have the like I'm just gonna write it down because it was I don't even know how to describe it. Let's see. 1, 3, 2, 1, 1. Oops, 1, 3, 3, 2. So it's kind of like one of these things where I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So you can, I was thinking, oh, it's a Christmas tree. So you do one, and then you do 1, 2, 1, and then you do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on and so forth. So you basically end up doing like that 1, 2, 1, 2, back and forth a ton. And usually I think it's like a barbell movement, and so it's just like fucking kills. And it was heavy, so I was like getting stuck on the barbell. And then the coach, Spooner, came over. His name's David Spooner. He came over and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, what the hell are you doing?" And so, uh, yeah, he corrected me. He got me back on track. And yeah, so, but I got roasted pretty good by the other guys in the gym at the time. So, rip. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see. I mean, if we can't get these young ladies, when I mean, I think that'd be fine. I'll just talk to myself, see if there's any other, see if the guys want to join. Let's see. Late notice. I've been, I don't know, covering. Um, I've been, yeah. So the other thing I was recovering from was I got sick. So I'm gonna be coughing in and out here. Um, just how it be right now. I got I got sick, just a like a cold kind of thing, but it put me on my butt a little bit, like a couple days this week. Couldn't really train that much, um, but finally, kind of trying to make it back here. Yesterday and today, Dowers has an appointment, so yeah. Anyways, no worries. I think we might be a little bit of a lonely crew here today. That's fine. We can what can we do? I really want to talk to um, Lauren Taylor. Let's see if I get a message back here. Nothing yet. Oh, okay. We might have to reschedule. Um, how do I put this? Yeah. So one thing that I want to, you know, I've been thinking about social media. I've been thinking about, like, as you guys know, if you're watching this, as you know, I've been thinking a lot about CrossFit, adaptive CrossFit goals of going to the games, how we can kind of communicate stuff that's happening in the community, how we can kind of support people in the CrossFit space and specifically the adaptive space, and just CrossFit in general too. Broadly speaking, I think that's important to kind of not lose the context of that. So, these have been kind of like things that have been floating around in my mind, and ideally, this podcast, this kind of nighttime talk, is something that kind of contributes to that, right? And I've been thinking about recently how that we can. It really depends on eyeballs. Really depends on people being able to watch, and how I feel like I've not been doing a great job of keeping things up to date, promoting nighttime talk, promoting the conversations that I'm having here, and I wish I was doing better job at that. So there's a lot of things that I kind of have in my head, kind of brewing. The things that I think would be great to work on, kind of participate in. But I've like not had the bandwidth, and also I've been like, and I was thinking about this today, how my focus recently has been much more like focused on like stuff like posting on Instagram, which, like, takes its time in my mind, and maybe like, it's not something I'm used to yet. I think I was sharing today or, like, this week how I don't really like, posting to social media. I don't really like it. I don't know. It's not fun to me. It's just kind of feels very ephemeral, feels very passing, in other words. It feels very temporary. Um, it's just a content medium, and I don't know. I could be wrong about this. This could just be a personal feeling that I have, right now. Uh, but where was I going with this? So basically, I've been thinking about, I'd like to kind of refocus on. I'd like to refocus on this podcast. I'd like to kind of make sure that it's going up on stuff like SoundCloud, or not SoundCloud, on like Spotify and Apple and all those platforms. I think it's important that it's live. I like the live aspect of it. It makes it a little bit more authentic or credible, maybe, because I'm not really like preparing things. I'm coming here and I'm kind of talking to myself, and I think there's part of me that is has that capacity to talk to myself, and so maybe this is why this would be a good fit for me to kind of focus on. Anyways, I just, the other thing is, like, I just have a aversion to taping myself or videoing myself in the gym. So, and a lot of the content that you would typically see from a CrossFit athlete, I think, comes from them putting up a camera and recording themselves. And I just don't like it. And part of part of I think this is a personal thing. I don't think there's anything necessarily intrinsically wrong with it. I think maybe, if anything, I need to get over that a little bit more and just kind of put the camera up, and who cares. But I think it's a little bit of an insecurity thing, to be perfectly honest too. Like, uh, it, there's different levels of it, right? There's the insecurity of, like, being the guy who's like recording himself, and like, it kind of boils down to, like, what are the other people in the gym thinking of me when I do this, right? I don't really like this idea of standing out. I don't really like this idea of being different, or kind of, putting myself in a position that makes me like attract attention in a way. And partially, maybe that's because I'm afraid of attracting negative attention. Maybe I'm afraid of attracting uh, people's attention that makes me feel uncomfortable or whatever. Because, I mean, again, it goes back to this idea of like bullying, or like caring about what other people think, which I'm a little bit sensitive to be perfectly honest. And, I think it's something I work on. I think it's something I'm cognizant of. I don't like try to make sure to try not to let it dominate me and make my decisions for me. Um, but yeah, so I'm just not the guy who's like, I'm gonna record every workout or every lift. I'd rather kind of like, if I'm gonna do that, it'd be intentional. I'm gonna go in during a time that I um like know the gym is quiet. I'm gonna do my workout. I'm gonna have a very specific plan for what I'm gonna record. so on and so forth. So, so, um, yeah, gosh. So, yeah, I think there's a whole, that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. I mean, actually, yeah, we can just, let's just go to this post, um, that I made. Um, yeah, I made this post this week, and it was kind of like, I wasn't like planning on it. I wasn't like planning on, having this post say this kind of thing, but I was like, you know what, this kind of like is a good, oops, too many screens. I feel like, this is like a good, like very authentic moment that I'm having here when I was like writing this and thinking about, yeah, this is true. Like it just like resonates with me. Um, my own post resonates with me. Uh, yeah, it's an important part of like kind of my background, like how I see myself and all that stuff. And yeah, where is it? Here we go. Yeah. So it's just me on a bike, whatever. I'm naturally introverted, but quiet that side. I don't love the attention of the crowd. I've never been big on posting on social media, but lately I found it meaningful and enjoyable to post about CrossFit stuff. I did even delete my Instagram a couple of years ago, and just I was spending too much time on it. And actually, I was very happy with that decision. I didn't miss it. I don't think anyone missed me. I don't think I didn't have anyone kind of reach out to me and say, "Hey, oh my gosh, where are you on Instagram? We miss you." Like there's not a lot of utility to it. And I think I got some of the inspiration from that by a friend of mine, a few of my friends who deleted their Instagram. And I think it was important and valuable for them, especially kind of where they're at in their life too. Um, and what was I going to say? Yeah. So the, um, what was I, gosh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so basically, I deleted it. I basically got my Instagram back, created a new Instagram first of all, for the purpose of having CrossFit stuff because my intuition was basically, well, LinkedIn is to kind of your professional life as Instagram is to CrossFit. So it's a little bit of your CrossFit. It's a little bit of your CrossFit resume, your Instagram. Okay, gosh. So it's a bit of it's basically your CrossFit Instagram or your CrossFit resume. And so, for example, like this, my first post is basically from the Open or from semifinals, I think it is. Or yeah, it's basically here we go. Here's CrossFit stuff. Um, Yeah, I'm not a big social media guy. In fact, like when I was first starting to explore working in tech stuff, I'm a UX designer, so I design products, interfaces, stuff like that. Um, you know, including things like social media sometimes, right? My mentor at the time, who I was working with, was basically like, I would never actually had was being recruited by Meta. He was being recruited by Facebook, I think it was, specifically at Meta, and I think he took the interview basically just to troll the HR team and basically get them. I mean, he literally said to me like, "I'm going to take this interview to be like more or less a total ass, so that they never interview me again." So I think he basically went in the interview and was like, "What you guys do is absolutely bullshit. I think it's absolutely immoral. I would never be part of your organization. I will never work for you guys." Um, and I think I say all this for by means of context for kind of my decision to kind of get off social media. I think there's a lot of like criticism and fair criticism that people have made for social media, and I believe it. I'm about it. I think it's not always good, and I think it's not. And this is a little bit part of my. I'm kind of unveiling the philosophy here too, which is, I mean, I wanted to make it my Instagram like basically CrossFit. This is CrossFit Brian, right? and I literally have that handle, right? It's basically I'm at CrossFit Brian. This is where I share CrossFit stuff. This is my CrossFit kind of part of my life. Um, it's not my entire life. It's an important part of my life right now. I think it's fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. But specifically when it comes to the CrossFit stuff or to social media, it's basically just my CrossFit stuff. I'm not like sharing personal things necessarily about my life. Although I could, depending on the context and what it is, but it's not like I'm not conflating my social media life as Brian with my real life, which I think is kind of what gets people into trouble in their hearts and heads, right? I think you sort of live a life online, and that becomes sort of like your real life. I think it sort of becomes your sort of identity, right? Almost a little bit your persona, and it's not authentic. I think there's a kind of an inauthentic dimension of that too, which I don't love. And anyways, so long story short, he kind of took this interview with Meta to troll them, to basically get them to never leave, to basically to get them to leave him alone. And I'm pretty sure it was successful. And anyways, long story short, that kind of rubbed off on me. I have friends who have deleted their social media, been super happy with it. I deleted my social media, and I was happy with it for a long time. And now I'm here on Instagram for CrossFit stuff, which I think is fun. I'm enjoying it. But again, I think it can I think it's becoming a little bit of a time suck. I want to be able to focus much more on this and have this be kind of my major contribution for now, besides sort of competing and being a person who does CrossFit in the world. But I love the idea of kind of sitting down with people, getting to know other athletes, uh, sharing the stories that we have, and eventually kind of making this kind of a bigger platform. Or who knows? Who knows what will happen? But um, gosh, let me see. Let me see if there's anything else going on here that's fun to talk about. That's my social media. That's a bit of my social media rant. Um, um, yeah, interesting. Now, I don't think I'm able to share. Um, I'm able to share. I don't think I'm able to share. What's it called? The audio. Looking here for my saved stuff. I haven't had a chance to actually review. I haven't had a chance to review. What's it called? Um, I haven't had a chance to review the kind of updates to the CrossFit season. I do have some. I will kind of highlight something which I think was interesting. Okay, so I forget why I was on the CrossFit Games website. Something brought me there. Anyways, long story short, I was looking at stuff and I noticed a intriguing thing. Let's see. Game season. I think it's here. Is it? Oh, because I was like planning ahead. Okay, yeah. So I was planning ahead, planning my January. So I was planning January, and I was working on that kind of plan, that goal for the day. And I was like, okay, let me make sure that I have the CrossFit Games season starting to kind of like appear on my calendar here in what's it called, in February, January, February. So got it on, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And here we go. Is this the review? Where is it? Oh my gosh. Schedule. Oh, looks like we have some dates. Oh no, we knew that date already. Never mind. Oh, interesting. Look at this. So according to this, this is all the same week except for adaptive, which is in September 1 rather than August 1. So this is everything's kind of moved up forward ahead here. And now we have August, September. So I'm intrigued by this. Does this mean that adaptive is going to be? I'm so confused. This is interesting. This is news, I think. Because what I had seen in in the calendar view, I think it's different. I think they've updated the site here basically. But I saw that the games were going to be participating. Were going to be happening at the same time as the regular games. And this kind of confirms it more or less, because it basically registered like September. It registered. It's basically had August. It said August, and then below it it said individual teams, masters, teams, adaptive, all the different divisions. So what we've got here is basically same August 1st date for everything but adaptive, and then we're in September. So this makes me wonder: is everything going to be the same weekend in a different place, or all in the same place, or how is this going to work? Are they taking back in the CrossFit Games? Are they taking back teams, masters, and teens, or is it going to be um, schedule? Yeah, so team, affiliate. So yeah, I'm confused. I'm interested. I'm intrigued by the way things are going to be worked out here. Yeah, so this is interesting. So we have dates officially here, apparently. Even though I don't think anything is announced on the CrossFit Games Instagram. Um, they had this safety board. Okay, there's that one. That's that guy. Oh yeah, so this is where you can qualify. Um, the what are they called? Oh my gosh. Sanctionals, I think these are called, right? Sanctionals.